friends, I'd like to welcome you all to our show, The Peel Off Show. And today we have Dr. Jolene who's here with us, busting nutrition myths. So we'd like to do a formal introduction about her. Dr. Jolene's clinic, established in 2018, they are a multi-specialty clinic for holistic and alternate medicine, specialized in treatment and management of lifestyle disorders, diabetes, obesity, cardiac issues, hormonal imbalance, joint pains, diet management, and various other services, and the list goes on. And they are located in Fatorda, Goa. Welcome, Dr. Jolene, to our show. So, doctor, I have heard that food grains like rice, wheat are fattening. So, should one avoid them when trying to lose weight?
Alan, thank you very much for having me on the show. Well, this is a question which I get asked very often.
Okay.
Well, India is a rice-eating country. We grow over 100 varieties of rice.
True.
And if you see the countries over the world, if you look at the Southeast Asian countries like Japan, you go to Vietnam, you go to Singapore, you go to Korea, all these countries are the rice-eating countries. Okay. And if you look at their physique, if you look at them, diabetes, obesity, heart problems are at a very low rate in these kind of people. Okay. But if you look at the Western countries, I would just want to name US. USA is the highest meat-eating country in the world. And the rate of diabetes, obesity, hypertension, you know, the deaths because of these diseases are very high. Okay. So if anybody is trying to lose weight, I don't think you need to cut out grains from your diet. Your plate, in fact, should be 50% of grains, that is rice or wheat or any kind of grain.
Gluten-free foods. Will choosing these foods help me live a healthier life?
All right. First of all, I'd like to tell you what is gluten. Well, gluten is an enzyme or a protein which is present in wheat. Okay. Now, if you are a person who has some allergy or some kind of a sensitivity when you consume wheat, like if you throw up a rash or you have a bowel discomfort, then you should definitely avoid foods which are rich in gluten, specifically wheat. But if you are a person who does not have any symptoms or does not have any discomfort caused by eating wheat, then I don't think you need to avoid it from your diet. You can definitely include wheat in your diet and still be healthy.
Okay. So the new fad nowadays is zero oil cooking. What is your opinion on this?
Well, first of all those who are practicing zero oil cooking, you need to immediately stop it. Now, what is oil? Oil is basically fat. Now, we've got two types of fats, two categories of fat, good fat and bad fat. Okay. Now, by avoiding good fats from your body completely, you're actually making your body deficient in a lot of vitamins, especially the vitamin D. Now, you will think that vitamin D is absorbed into the body only through the sunlight. But we get vitamin D through the sunlight into the skin. But does it enter your blood? Well, only if we have got good fat in the body. That is the only time vitamin D will enter the blood. So you need to consume good sources of fat, especially ghee and coconut oil. Since we are all living on the coastline, that is we live on the western coast of India and we grow a lot of coconut trees, the oil that we as Goans or people on the coastline should be eating is coconut oil. If you're living up in the north, then I think it is sesame oil, even groundnut oil could be consumed, but you should definitely stop the practice of zero oil cooking or no oil cooking. You definitely need to include fats in your diet.
Dr. Jolene, women are very skeptical about weight training or lifting weights. They are afraid that it will make them she-hulks. So what's your take on this?
Yes. Alan, thank you very much for that question. In fact, me as a very young girl, I also had the same opinion about lifting weights or doing weight training. But as I studied, I realized that exercise and weight training is a science. Okay. Now, men bulk up by lifting weights only because of the hormone testosterone. Now, testosterone is the hormone which gives men that bulky or muscular look. Well, women do not have the hormone testosterone in levels that will influence the body weight. Women have got hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Now, for better functioning of your thyroid, for infertility related problems, for any kind of problems, a girl or a woman has to lift weights. Weight training is basically not just to lose weight, but to strengthen your muscle tone, to get you looking fit, and also for a glowing skin, for good hair, and to have good vitamin and mineral levels.
So Dr. Jolene, fasting is a new in thing. Would you recommend it to eat less to lose weight?
Well, Alan, definitely intermittent fasting has gained a lot of popularity in the entire world right now. But honestly speaking, when you eat less or when you're fasting at such long intervals, I think you're compromising on the intake of a lot of other vitamins and minerals. Now, intermittent fasting is based on the fact that you release a lot of insulin in the body when you eat. So when you do not eat, you do not release insulin, and as a result, your sugar levels come under control and you lose weight. But insulin is not the only hormone in the body. We've got multiple other hormones. So if you're doing intermittent fasting, you're really suffering on your thyroid gland, your vitamin D levels, your iron levels, zinc levels, all depend on the food that you eat, because these are vitamins and minerals that your body does not produce.
Okay.
So if you're really trying to lose weight, I think you need to eat. You cannot deprive yourself from good food.
So Dr. Jolene, a friend of mine was recently diagnosed with diabetes and was advised to consume high fiber biscuits and fruit juice in the morning. What's your opinion on this?
Well, I know right now every diabetic diet comes with 2 Marie biscuits or 1 digestive biscuit and a cup of tea.
Okay.
Well, this is the opinion given to us by the food industry. Alright, so the food industry actually wants to sell you packet food.
Okay.
So here we say no to a banana or no to a mango, and we say yes to packet food. So that is the idea what they want to sell. Alright, so in my opinion, a diabetic should never, or for that matter, any individual should never start their day with a food from a packet. You can have a fruit, you can have dry nuts, you can have dry fruits in the morning, and definitely a glass of water, followed by your regular homemade breakfast like a poha, upma, chapati, or whatever. When it comes to fruit juices, I feel that as long as we have teeth, we should always bite our fruits or bite our vegetables and eat it, because juicing fruits and vegetables break down certain fibers and certain enzymes which are there in the vitamins and minerals, which makes it actually difficult for the body to digest. And also you're certainly compromising on a lot of vitamins and minerals when you juice your vegetables or you juice your fruits. So if you intend to have a fruit, I would say you bite it and eat it. You can cut it into pieces and you could, make a fruit salad out of it, but definitely do not juice your vegetables or fruits.
So Dr. Jolene, this whole pandemic period has taken us all for a toss. As you know, we've been hearing good news, positive, all types of news, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, what not to do. But as a nutritionist, what's your advice to our viewers?
Well, according to the WHO, whatever guidelines that the WHO has given us, we need to adhere to those, like social distancing, you need to wear your mask, you need to wash your hands, you need to avoid crowded places. But as far as your health is concerned, it depends on 3 pillars. That is the food that you eat, your sleep, and also your activity during the day. Now, all these 3 pillars have to be balanced. As far as the food is concerned, I would recommend that we all start our day with a glass of water and a fruit, or some dry nuts or dry fruits that are easily available. Secondly, stick to eating homemade food. Try not to get food from a restaurant or order food like a pizza or burgers or fries. Try to stick to your home cooked food. The last guideline that I would suggest, and is very, very good for anybody who wants to build your good immune system, would be to end your day with a glass of hot milk with a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of elaichi and ginger powder. This really helps to boost your immune system. Well, it also helps to reduce anxiety, stress, and to also give you a good night's sleep.
There you have it, guys. We hope we have helped you bust your diet myths. Thank you, Dr. Jolene, for your insights. Dear friends, do not forget to subscribe and like our video. For more details, do visit our website, www.pilovstudios.com. This is Alan Fernandez signing off from Pilov Studios. See you. Ciao. Till we meet again. God bless you.